Hello everyone, I'm back in another video, and in today's video we have a GPU for PC video card. And the client brought this one in for a servicing, and because it's running really hot, and they just want to do a regular maintenance because since they purchased it, they haven't done anything to it. Right, this exact one is an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 Ti. The brand is a Zotac, which it says right there, Zotac Gaming GeForce RTX 3060 Ti, and I believe this is an 8 gig VRAM edition with a twin. What do you call this? Twin fan, or they call it a twin edge type. All right, so I'm gonna go over the tools that I'll be using to do this service. You should do your own servicing once you see your temperatures are really overheating, even on idle or a little bit of load. It just hits really 80, 90 degrees. Then you might want to open it up and do a servicing. You should be doing your servicing on your GPU once at least a year, year and a half, depending how heavily you use your GPU. If you want it to last longer. Right. I'm going to go over the tools that I'll be using, and all the tools will be linked in a video description in case you want to purchase for yourself. Tool number one, a very important one, is a good screwdriver set. I recommend this iFixit basic screwdriver set. I purchased myself this basic tool set. And if you get the pro set, they will include you with then tweezers and some spatula, stuff like that. But if not, grab yourself a flat or straight tweezers. Plastic spatula is handy to have. You will need a used or new toothbrush to clean the dust on the fan stuff. Make sure it's soft one, not or medium. You will need 98 or 99% isopropylic or isopropylic alcohol. Don't go anything under 98, otherwise it's going to contain more water, and that's bad for the electronics. And the most important one is a thermal paste. Oh, before we go to thermal paste, a workshop towel. One sheet of the workshop towel. People always ask me, can I use a microfiber? No, use workshop towel. The reason is, as soon as you put an alcohol on this towel and you try to clean the thermal paste on top of the GPU, which has tiny components, this will get ripped very easy and will prevent the damage on the components. So that's why I always say use workshop towel. All right. The most important one, again, one of the most important one is a thermal paste. The use of thermal paste all depends to you, to your own liking, and how much you want to spend on. There's a whole bunch of things. As long as you buy a good brand, like don't go any shady brand or cheap brands. Go with Thermalright or Arctic MX4 is really good. MX6 is the new model that they have. If you want to go Thermal Grizzly, you can go with that too. Pretty fine. From the factory, they use something called a PTM phase change thermal paste, which are this one, PTM 7950. You can get this one. It looks like a thermal pad, but it's not. It just you apply it like a thermal pad. Well, once it heats up, it will just go like a thermal paste. And once it's cooled down, it goes back again to solid state. So this is for pumping because it's called thermal pumping. It will prevent that. But again, thermal pumping will happen with this. It's still, we have tested out. It still will happen, but some people are really nifty and they want to go with this. You get a really good result. Don't take me wrong. But you do get a good result with anything else too, with the Thermal Grizzly or Arctic MX4 or MX6. Again, the use of the thermal paste depends to you. I'll link the link for them in the video description. All right, so let's get into it. Let's open it up. First thing first, you want to put a face down. You want to look at the back side. And you want to see a whole bunch of screws. First, let's go ahead and remove the screw that touches the metal bracket in here, which is a Phillips number 1. And remove this screw. They have a little spring to them. Okay, I don't know if the spring is detachable. No. So don't worry about it. Just remove that and keep it in one pile. And I see there's more screw in here, but it's from the other side. It goes in. All right, we're gonna remove let's go ahead and remove the faceplate if you want to clean it. There's a 1, 2, 3 screws on the faceplate. I mean, on the front plate or faceplate, it should be this one. So on the rear plate, let's call it. We have removed that. There's 2 more screws that holds it in place. Now we're gonna remove the 4 screws that hold the heatsink towards the GPU Always cross screw them and cross screw them when you want to remove or put it back together. So you don't have. And the last one, I'll just do a few rotation and go back to this one. Do a few rotation or remove it and then come back to this one. All right. These two screw and this 4, they're the same. Once we remove those, we're gonna look for a cable. The cables are in here. Sometimes they have a cables on the bottom, but in this case, we have cables on the top. So we're gonna go in this position. We're gonna put our hand in here and we're gonna push this board a little far away, like trying to separate them. The thermal paste is gonna keep pulling on it, so you have to be gentle with it. Because of the suction in between them is really hard. There we go. Just wanna rotate. Do it slowly, don't yank on it. And there we have it. If you don't want to disconnect the fan, don't disconnect it, but it makes life much, much easier to clean up and disconnect it. So go ahead and just wiggle it around and it will come out. Again, you can make the white one goes with the beige. The black connector goes on the black jack right there. All right. So first, let's go ahead, check this part out. You see some thermal pads are in here and this one stayed on the other side. So there we go. These are 3 millimeter thermal pads. So get a 3 millimeter thermal pad. If you want to replace them, these are actually pretty good. There is still rubbery. If yours is really dry and cracked out, then replace them. Gotta buy a big sheet of the 3 millimeter thermal pad, cut to size, and put it on the VRAMs. In here, it goes on the VRAMs. Also, it goes on the MOSFET, which is a power regulators right in here. So it comes in this shape. Again, these ones are good still. They're not cracked up or anything. So we still can use these ones. But we do see the thermal paste in here. It is pretty dry. So let's go ahead and remove this back plate so we can clean the back side. Sometimes they have a little thermal pads in there too. So remove all the screw that touches the board in here. All right, now we can remove this one, remove the board, and there we go. There's no thermal putty. These are just plastic. Right, and it is pretty dirty, so you can go ahead and clean it out. Clean the back plate. So let's put this one to one side and put this one to one side and bring the fan. If you want to replace the fan, it's super easy. It's not hard at all. All you need to do is to remove the screws between the fans in here. There should be 3 of them. One right there, one right there, and one right over here. And the fan will come out. Just pass the cable through. You can replace the fans. Or if you want to take it outside, to use a toothbrush to clean it up, blow some air through here to clean the fins for the heatsink. Make sure there's no buildup. And there's a more thermal pad in here. This is a 2 millimeter thermal pad. So you can put a 2 millimeter thermal pad in here. And pretty much that's it. Now to clean it out, let's grab a little workshop towel. And we're going to soak it in an alcohol. What we're going to do, we're going to wipe over. Don't worry about the mess, just flip it over. Keep rubbing it until it becomes nice and clean. Use the dry part, clean it out nicely. Grab this part, and this is what I'm saying, use the workshop towel. Look at these tiny capacitors around the GPU. You see this tiny capacitor, you don't want to damage those. You can remove this plastic in here. Whoops, just comes out. It's just a frame. You can put an alcohol right on top. It's non-conductive. That's why I'm saying use a 98%. And then just do a circular motion wiping. Okay, how it rips apart without damaging the GPU. You can use a plastic spatula to remove any excess on the side, in the corner. Just be gentle. Don't pressure too much. Just be gentle. You can use a toothbrush to clean between the capacitors. So it becomes nice and shiny and zero thermal paste. You can clean the board. Do a second pass, make sure nice and clean. And there we have it, just like that. See that there's a mark on it? Those tiny marks is fine, don't worry about it. We can clean it up. Now what are we gonna do here? We're gonna put the thermal paste. Let me see if this one has any. This one doesn't have any. You're gonna use thermal right. You can again use whichever you want. And people will say, "Oh, can I do and spread them over?" You can do spreading with a tiny spatula over it, or you can just do an X because this is a big die, so you can do an X shape. Just a tiny amount you want to put. And this will spread just between two metals and crystal. There's nothing, no space. So whatever you put a little bit, it's just going to spread around on an X pattern. I made a video on an X pattern, circular, and a piece size. Check that video if you want to. But this is perfectly fine. Just do the way I'm doing if you want good result. Again, if you spread it around, again, that's fine. It's valid. It will work too. Don't worry if you say, "Oh, I put too much." It's not. It's just going to spread around in here, and it's not conductive, so it's not going to do anything wrong. Bring the bottom case, and you want to put this one. It was like this, I believe. Yes, it was like this. So we're gonna put the screws. Oh, these thick screws that go on for the bottom side. So these are the skinny ones. You see how my is cross screwing it? So people try to do cross screw, don't go round and around. Always cross screw them. This one has to go here. It goes in between the plate and the board. This one is a short and little thick one. So it's a little short and thick screw. And make sure the HDMI port, display port are looking good. And put the rest of the screws. All right, once we have that one in there, let's go ahead and put this thermal pads on top. Remember, this one goes in here. This one goes right there. And that one goes right there. All right, we're gonna grab the heatsink. We're gonna put it in this position, and we are gonna push that one in there. That connector right in there. Now we're gonna slowly bring them together. Make sure thermal pads are not falling off. And there we go. And we're gonna put a face down, and we should be able to see the screw holes through here. First thing first, we're gonna put cross screw them slowly. Reach, don't go too tight. Cross screw it, don't go too tight. Put the rest slowly, don't go too tight again. Always half turn, like a half the screw turn. Yeah. And then put the back ones. These ones you can tighten up if you want. Again, I hope you guys like this video and helps you guys out. If you want to support the channel, you can do that by clicking that like and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the commentary. I appreciate that. All right, David. Once you're done with that, and to finish it off, is to put the front screw. And this is how you can repaste, clean, and service your RTX GeForce 3060 Ti Zotac model. And I hope again this you guys like this video and helped you guys out. If you wanna, if you have any questions requests, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.